in Cuba, there are a lot of things that people from other parts of the world are to benefit, which the blockade is not allowing them to benefit from. For instance, while we were in Cuba, it was difficult sending money over there to Cuba. You have to send to Canada, from Canada to US, from US to France before it enters Cuba. So a lot of, you can't just, up to now, up to this very moment I'm speaking, you can't just make a transfer to Cuba. So it's a lot of restriction. The bilateral scholarship, I think it's not really there. I don't know if it's still there. The one that paved the way for me to go to Cuba, I don't think it's still there, but so many parents still prefer Cuba. Like, they still prefer to have their kids, their wards study in Cuba because of the affordability and the efficiency in their educational system. But this blockade makes it difficult because it is difficult for parents to even pay their wards, their children's school fees, to send money. It's difficult.
I heard it on CNN some time ago that it is considered like one of the best in the world, their healthcare system. So why will the blockade continue if they already have those things that are supposed to deter them and they are very strong in them? I feel even considering their education, their economy, whatever they go through, you get it at a stipulated time and you get the best of it.
Now, this economic embargo has actually affected not just Cuba. It also affects we, the students who study there. There are sometimes you need to gain access to some things on the internet, some information. We don't get this information because of the economic embargo. It's true that the economic embargo was placed there to be able to maybe stop Cuba or make them less of what they are. But unfortunately, like my colleague said, they've already passed that level. They broke through it. So why not just remove it and let them move on? Because let's truth be said, American students study in Cuba. They come into Cuba to study medicine. We're talking about countries, students from more than 85 countries in the world coming into that country to study. Now forget that. Now come to the tourism part. We're talking about almost all the countries in the world. People go there yearly just to be able to enjoy this country. And then you decide to put an economic embargo on this country. It's as though you're trying to, I don't really know how to quantify it or qualify it. But we students, those who have studied in Cuba, those who still study in Cuba, we are imploring, we are begging, we are pleading that the economic embargo should be at least removed. And those sanctions on Cuba should be removed so the country can actually explore and grow more. Should be said, this is a country that already has 5 vaccines. Now, if these 5 vaccines are shared with other countries, it's not just the vaccine for COVID. We're talking about Cuba has so many vaccines. Is it the diabetic foot vaccine or whatever? Cuba has so many vaccines that other countries in the world can make use of. But unfortunately, because of the economic embargo, most countries are scared of doing business with Cuba because they are scared of sanctions they are going to get. So imagine, the world is being deprived of things that they are supposed to get, of medicine that we are supposed to get, just because the United States decided to put an economic embargo on a country.
I think with the little knowledge I have, I think Nigeria has always been in favor of Cuba when it comes to voting for the lifting of the blockade. I think what they need to do is to campaign more on this, to speak out, and to continue to stand their ground in UN, National Assembly, to vote in favor of Cuba. I think they can't really do much. I think just to continue to do what they've been doing and maybe put a little effort.